Alright guys, welcome to another video. Before we dive into this, you know the usual drill guys. If you're new and watching for this first time, smash the subscribe button guys. Do it for me, smash it. It really helps me out a ton. And if you're already a subscriber guys, make sure that you're hitting that notification bell so you know the next time I release new content. And also give it a like, put that thumbs up guys, do it for me. And share this out to the YouTube universe. Get these videos out, alright? Okay, so let's just dive into this. The more focused you become, the less friends you will have. Okay, the more focused you become, the less friends you will have, or you'll lose friends, guys, alright? So, what do I mean by this, guys? What am I talking about? Alright, so, fellas, during your lifetime cycles, okay, certainly I'm going to explain this in terms of my lifetime cycles. You will go through periods of times where you will have friends in your real youthful age, friends in your 20s, friends in your 30s. Life's not linear, guys. You will transition in life through different aspects of your life. You have transitions, okay, and this is the same thing with your friend circles. You will have transitions in your friend circles, certainly as a man, okay, but the problem is that certain men don't have that transition, all right. Certain men go through life, all right, and they stick with the same social group, the same set amount of people. Certainly, so I'll give you an example. I'm reflecting on my own experience. In my 20s, I had a different set of social circles. In my 30s, I had a different set of social circles. You guys that are watching that are in your 20s to your late 20s, just checking on my YouTube stats, there's a lot of demographics of you guys watching, alright. You'll have probably a social circle that you hang about with just now, but that will not stay the same, guys. It may do, and I hope it does, and you hope you have lifelong friends. That's not the point I'm making, but you will transition. Sometimes in life you move on from people that you thought were such the bestest friends out there, the best friends of all at the time. You had a great buzz with them, and don't get me wrong guys, you have a lot of good memories. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You'll hold good memories, but you transition as you get older, or you move on and you meet a new circle of friends. But what happens is that we may develop ourselves, guys, all right. Certainly guys that watch my channel, I'm hoping this is what you're trying to strive for or reach for, that when you start to develop yourself, okay, you may lose a lot of these older friends, or these social circles that you used to be involved in, and you used to spend time with these people. The reason being is, the more focused you become, say you had a certain amount of social circles that had habits that were detrimental, guys, to growth, and habits that are detrimental to your aspirations, your dreams and your goals, okay. Certainly when you develop your dreams and your goals and aspirations throughout life, when you transition, when you get more mature, when you get wiser, and you go down further into your life, and you know, you give up certain things, and you want to be more focused. I'm certainly hoping the people watching my channel, the men watching my channel, want to be focused and want to achieve something, and this is what this channel is about. So when you start to attain that, okay, what you'll find is the social circles you're with, unless, guys, right, you've started off with entrepreneurs and millionaires, which never really happens, all right. It never really happens. I've not heard anything like that. Some people may be lucky to be in their youth and stumble upon that kind of circle. You will start to disassociate. You won't have the same associations as your old circles, because you may have spent time with people that what you did the majority of the time was bar hopping, drinking, and you lived for the weekend, all right. Say for example, all your bestest mates, I was just hooking up with them after your 9 to 5 working and getting smashed at the weekend, and you would repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Okay, does that sound familiar? Yeah. And then you maybe get another cycle of life where you maybe graduate, go to your job, get a job, work in the office and economic office environment, and you have a new group of colleagues where you do the same thing again. the similar likes, going to pub, socialising. And I'm not saying everybody in general, I'm not saying that this is a general thing. It may happen, right? The majority of the time, this is what the cycle is like. So, but the moment, guys, you start to discover yourself, the moment you start to work on your personal development, the moment you start to want to become a better man, and it dawns on you and you awaken, you have more awareness about where you want to go, you start to drop these kind of habits, you start to drop these things and really think about where you want to be, what you want to attain. And with that comes discipline, with that becomes discipline and focus, and you start to drop those old habits. You no longer want to be in those kind of environmental situations, and you won't want to go back to those old habits. And unfortunately, the people that you associate with or hang around with, and they will, majority of those kind of people will continuously not break these habits. So they'll live that cycle of life, all right, and they will continue to do the same thing for 10, 20 years, a decade, 20 years. And some people, guys, just really don't break out of it. Some men don't break out of that. Personally, I've known people that still doing that a decade down the line. They're doing the same thing in their late 40s and their late 50s. They're still going bar hopping, getting hammered, waking up with hangovers, one night stand, things like that. All right, and that no longer serves a purpose for me. That no longer serves for me to be in that kind of environment. So you'll find a similar thing when you become more focused. You'll want to do things that are productive for yourself. You'll want to do things that are going to take you to the next level. You want to spend your time doing things that take you to the next level, and people, unfortunately, sometimes your social circle and your friend circles don't accept that. All right, they can't break out of that cycle. They don't want to change, and unfortunately, what happens is that those kind of circles, friendships, and social environments reach their byproduct date, unfortunately, and then you will have to move on, guys. Sometimes what will happen is you'll have a spell of being on your own. You'll have a spell on being not necessarily lonely, but you'll have a spell of solitude for a while you work on yourself, while you develop, while you focus, while whatever it is you're wanting to focus on, do or achieve. When you focus and achieve that, you will stop yourself. You will stop wanting to be in these environments, stop wanting to associate with these people, and seldom these people can accept that. They will start classing you as boring. They will start classing you as, oh, you have changed. You always get the word you have changed. Oh man, you've got a wee bit more serious. You've changed. Oh no, come, no, you still like. I think I've not changed. I think you've changed. I mean, I've heard this guys before. I've heard this guys before, because I mean this is what started to happen to me when at the odd time I did still go out and meet these kind of type of circles of people that I used to hang around with. It was always this accusations of you're being changed, you've changed. It's not the fact that I've changed. I've not changed in the slightest, guys. When you become probably more focused, I want to do better and I want to achieve more. Okay, and it serves no purpose for me to spend my time doing what I used to do. And you guys will find a similar thing as you transition down the years, and as you transition, guys, you become more focused. You will lose friends, guys. You will lose friends. It will happen. All right. Certainly, for you men that want to do better, you want to get more focused, right? You want to get your money up. You want to do something. You want to achieve something. Whatever your dream is, whatever your big massive goal is, thing you really, really want to do. You will have to be focused and disciplined, unfortunately, to do that. Okay, you will not be able to go down and live the party lifestyle and achieve those goals. And if somebody could have told me that, guys, years ago, if I had channels like this to watch and to guide, I would have so appreciated the advice. So this is why I'm giving you men out there this type of advice, so you can make use of your time productively and get to a place where it's going to really, really benefit you. As I say, I've checked my demographics, checked my stats, and I know a lot of you guys in your mid-20s to late 20s are watching. and this really is important for you guys as well. Become more focused, guys, and if you have this type of kind of environment, get out of it, guys. All right, and maybe you'll find some of your friends will be lifelong friends, and they will encourage and motivate you even in that change of that transition period. But guys, a lot of the time you will lose the majority of people, but you'll gain new friends, and you'll gain new associations, and for the better, and you'll gain more positive associations, more positive friends, and more successful friends, and more successful people as you transition to your success. And that's really what you want. You want to be around the most successful people. Ultimately, guys, you want to be around people that are doing better than you, people that are more financially successful than you, because this drives you, this brings you on. I want to take it back to an analogy of training. When you see somebody well built, when you see somebody looking really well, they train hard as hell, guys. This motivates you. This motivates you. Well, look at that guy, he's training, he's looking real well, and this motivates you. It's like a gym environment where, you know, you see somebody else training hard, you want to smash it out hard. And certainly I have that influence on a lot of people that watch me train, guys, because one thing I can stick by, I'm not saying that I'm the greatest out there. One thing, I've always had a good training ethic where when I go in there, I'll smash it. I'm not in there to do less than I can. I'm always going to do 110%. So you will lose friends, guys, when you become more focused, when you become more ambitious, when you want to achieve your goals and dreams. Your old social circles, your friend circles will gradually drop off. It will happen, guys, all right, the more focused you become. Depending, also, in saying that, to end this video, unless, guys, you're already in a kind of success mindset, even, and you get young guys out there, if you're in a success mindset at the moment, and you have a group of successful young guys that don't drink, don't smoke, limit to the partying or that. I'm not saying don't have fun, but limit what you're doing and control what you're doing in terms of your social environment and your social time, right? But it's very difficult. It's very seldom that happens on those age ranges, and this is why I'm telling you to go down a good path. You may, and if you are in those kind of circles, then you're lucky. You know, you're lucky that you have these kind of circles around. But that's so. In saying that, guys, that's why your friends will eventually kind of deplete from your phone book. You'll lose friends through your transition period. You'll lose friends as you mature. You'll lose friends as your cycles of life change, and you get more focused, more driven. You won't have. You won't find similar. You won't find the associations beneficial for you, shall I say. It won't be for your best interest to keep these kind of associations, and you will lose a lot of past friends that you hung around with and associated with. Guys, my phone book is like very thin now. You know, there's hardly any of my old associations that are in that phone book or that I speak to, for the whole fact that I've become, you know, a better person. I've changed, I've developed, and the associations I had don't serve my ideology, and they don't serve where I want to go or where I see myself. So, guys, with that said, I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you got some value off it, and I really enjoyed making this video for you today. All right, so until the next one, guys, we'll see you soon, and Shiraz out. Keep watching.